In this video, I'm going to teach you how to find the turning point of a quadratic graph. Okay, so if you look at this expression here, y equals x squared plus 14x plus 18, if you were to plot the graph of that, it would look something like this. Okay, a U-shaped curve like this. The turning point is the point at which the graph goes from going down to going up. Okay, so in kind of like simplistic terms, it's the very lowest point of the graph. So here's your graph. That lowest point there, the coordinate of that point there, it's called the vertex sometimes. Okay, vertex, but it's often referred as the turning point. Okay, so it's the lowest point, or if the graph was upside down, then it's the highest point or the lowest point on the graph. And you can find the turning point by using completing the square method. So dead simple, it really is. And let's actually find the coordinate of that turning point for this graph here. So first of all, what we need to do is complete the square of that expression. So remember, bracket squared. Okay, half of that number, sorry, first of all is positive. Let's put plus. Half of 14 is 7. If you were to expand that double bracket, you get a 49 at the end. So we're going to get rid of the 49 and we're going to replace it with 18. Okay, so that's kind of like the first step. And let's just simplify that. That would be x plus 7 squared. And then minus 49 add 18 would be minus 31. Okay, so this is the completed square version. Now we're going to write down the actual coordinate of that turning point. So the very lowest point of the graph, that point right there, okay, where the lowest point is dead easy. Okay, so this is the coordinate. Now we're going to write the coordinate. So first of all, the x value of the coordinate, the first number, is, we need to look at this bracket here, x plus 7. And one way to think about it is literally the opposite of that number there. So that number is positive 7. The opposite of that is minus 7. If you want another way to think about it as like, what value of x makes this bracket 0? Minus 7. So that's the x value, minus 7. The y value is literally the number that appears on its own outside on the end. And it literally is that number. So minus 31. Okay. Actually, let me rub out that line because it's not going to like that when I mark it. So that lowest point on the graph, so this particular point here, the lowest point where the turning point is, the coordinate of is minus 7, minus 31. And if we convert and check that, okay, that's right. Okay, what did I do? Okay, I didn't like that. I wrote it incorrectly. It should be a 49, but it picked it up as an A for some reason. So that's literally it. That's another thing you can do with completing square. You can find the lowest point on a quadratic graph. Okay, let's just do one real quick. Okay, here's another one. Actually, let's do one that's got a minus in it. Okay, let's refresh that again. Let's find one that's got a minus. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this one here. All right, let's go straight into it. So it'll be x. It'll be minus 8, and sorry, minus half of that is 4 squared. Okay, so then I'd have to take away the 16 that would be there if I were to expand that double bracket, and then replace it with minus 5. And if we simplify this, minus 16 take away 5 is 21. Right, the coordinate of the turning point. Okay, so the opposite of the number on the inside is 4. And the number that literally appears on the outside is minus 21. And that is the turning point. Okay, so practice that skill. It's not a very difficult skill, you just need to kind of remember it. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Oh, remember, there's a link in the description if you want to go to this web page and practice that on your phone or your iPad. Thank you again.